Well, hello and welcome to our Q&A, and we'll go ahead and get started. Why don't you read the first? Okay. First question today is Hannah Rose Cardoz. Who was the one that held down the fort when all the grown Orgo kids were little Orgos? Bet you two were united front. Yes, we were. And Papa O worked, and
sometimes quite often
two jobs, and I stayed home and took care of the kids, and I had a job that I worked at home and kind of helped with the little things, sewing. I tied flies for 10 years, sewed for about 20, and in this book, Mom, I'm Home, I tell a lot about what I did at home, and I'm going to give one of these books away, so let me know in the comments below if you would like to win one of these, win this book, and we'll announce the winner next week. But in this book, I'll just say a few Papa O. It took me a year to write it, and Papa O, it took him a year to edit it, and read it a few times. Read through it like, well, I think 5 times. Okay, I talk about what are your priorities. Talk about your finances, Mom's sanity, how to keep your sanity, and then I have some recipes in here, how to discipline, how important touch is, and then I write a chapter to the dads, because a lot of times the dads get kind of pushed out because they're working so hard, and so they kind of lose touch. The moms kind of take over, so you got to make sure you don't do that. Talk about TVs, tapes, music, reading, how important those are, how to control TV, and how to increase your reading and stuff. How on raising your children, how important that is. You don't just leave it up to somebody else, you do it. And then talk about marriage, because marriage is really important in keeping your family together. And the conclusion is you're worth it. So let me know below if you would like to win that book, and tell more about how to raise your family. And it's like building a nest and preparing your little birdies, your children, to go out into the world and build their own little nests. Okay, why don't you read the next one?
I love white chocolate.
It's Poodle Queen.
I love white chocolate. They just came out with a white chocolate Snickers. It's so good.
Do you or Papa O like white chocolate? And yes, Papa O loves white chocolate. He loves those truffles. That's his favorite. Okay, family is everything. Have you ever done a house tour, like the rooms you have? And why are teas so expensive? Good question.
Somebody asked that last week.
They did. Yeah, they did. And I will do another house tour. I did one maybe 3 years ago, but things have changed, and I'll just do another house tour, because a few things have changed, and I kind of sped the other one up. I made me talk fast because I was worried nobody would watch it. So we'll do that. And why teeth are so expensive? Good question. A lot of insurances won't even cover teeth if they think it's cosmetic. Like with our video yesterday, or 2 days ago, when Papa O got his teeth, you saw that face, the bloody face of his. The insurance wouldn't give him his new teeth, and he submitted it, and they said no. He submitted it again, they said no, and finally he sent in that bloody picture. He says, I need my teeth done. And it was an accident. Yeah, two days ago was the video. That rhymes. And he sent that picture in, and they finally said, oh, okay, we'll pay for your teeth then, because they thought it was purely cosmetic.
That was when I had full insurance too.
Yeah, you had full insurance, and they turned you down twice, and finally the third time they let you get the ones with the posts in it. We've had to pay for the other ones, but these, they had a hard time paying for it. Okay, and Hannah Rose Cardoz, she says, who did you buy this ukulele from? What company? And I got it off Facebook, actually, and I'll post below where you could buy that from. And it's like $80, but I got it on sale for $35, and I think it's still on sale for $35. And I thought it would be hard to put together, but it was actually really easy.
You had to get help with the gluing and
I had Amanda paint it for me.
Actually staining it.
She just stained it, and you can do whatever painting you want with it. That doesn't affect the sound of it or anything. That doesn't affect it at all. So just paint it how you want. But it was actually pretty easy, and it keeps going out of tune. It'll keep going out of tune for about a couple of weeks until those strings stretch, and then it will stay in tune. So just keep tuning it for a couple of weeks, and watch my video. I'll post that too, how fun that ukulele is to play. And that's a soprano ukulele. That's the smallest one. Okay, lyric, Wigno. Are you April and Davy's mom? Actually, we're Davy's mom and dad. We're actually Davy's mom and Davy's dad, and April would be our daughter-in-law. But she looks like she could belong to our family. She really does. She looks a lot like Julianne, depending on her hair, and sometimes she'll look like Amanda, depending on how she wears her hair. Okay, hanging with the Harlows. The fire looks so nice and warm. This is when I got the fire going when the furnace was out. I'm glad you had the backup. Yes, really glad. That kept us warm till we could get the furnace fixed. And she says, I think you look a lot like Barbra Streisand. Have you ever been told that before? And yes, almost every day somebody will say that I look like Barbra Streisand.
You're better looking than she is.
And she says that. She says that I'm a prettier Barbra Streisand. Thank you. And my mom would say that too. She goes, you do look prettier than Barbara. I go, thanks. And she thinks it's because my eyes are close together or closer together.
That would worry me.
No, I say my eyes are close together. No. But a lot of people say that. And sometimes people say I look like Suzanne Summers. But I'll post the video where people were asking me that before, where I post the 3 pictures of Barbra Streisand, Suzanne Summers, and Bette Midler. Every once in a while somebody will say Bette Midler too. Teresa Ridge, why would a 5-year-old furnace motor go out? Good question. That's what we were wondering.
We think it was, first of all, I didn't register it, so it would have its guarantee, but he honored the guarantee. But I think it was because I was going up and down a lot.
That's our guess.
But I don't know.
Comment below if you guys think that, where we would turn it off every night and then just turn it back on in the morning, and we were always turning it down when we'd leave the house, and turning it up and turning it down every day, constantly. So that's our guess. But we'll go ahead and close a couple of quotes on this beautiful new year. Why don't you pick something?
Okay.
If you have a positive attitude and constantly strive to give your best effort, eventually you will overcome your immediate problems and find you are ready for greater challenges.
Okay, I got one. There is no moment like the present. The man will not execute his resolutions when they are fresh in his mind, can have any hope from them afterwards. They will be dissipated, lost, and perished.
It's true.
Perished in a hurry.
Yeah.
And sunk in the slough of indolence. Oh.
Wow. That sounds a little depressing.
Well, it's true. If they don't,
it's
fresh
true
in their mind if they don't start on it then and keep with it.
Yes, and I found that out about people that sell things. They say if you cannot convince that person to buy it within 20 minutes, they won't buy it. If they go home, they'll forget about it. And so sellers know that too. So,
well, that's what I used to get away from sellers. Just say, why don't you let me think about it?
Yeah, let me think about it.
I'll give you a call back.
And they know when you say that you will not call them back.
Right.
Because that's just how we are as humans. If we do not do it in this moment, it just
then
will
they
not
pull
happen.
the guns out and say, well, we have this special offer, and it's $500.
They do. It's
$500.
They'll start lowering the price. They'll think of anything they can to get you to buy now. because they know
Or
that's
they'll
how.
say something confusing like, "We will pay you to buy our
You go,
product."
really? Oh, and then you go with it, and then you end up paying twice as much. It's like, wait, what
You have to
happened?
spend
What just
$1,000 on
happened?
our product, but then we will pay you out of that $1,000 $5 back.
Exactly. Go. Oh, okay. And I find like if somebody says, "Oh, remember to tell me to get that out of the car before I drive away, so you will have it." And then if you don't go do that right now, you will forget.
It's gone. Yeah.
You go say, "I'm going to go do that right now because I will forget later if I don't do it now." So that's just, I don't know, our brains leak or something. I don't know. But make sure you keep the questions coming and look for the rows. And if you're new subscribers, welcome and thanks for subscribing. And make sure you ring that bell so you get notified. And thanks for liking, commenting, and subscribing. And good night, everybody. And remember to enter the contest for the book.
You could tell them that you're excited about how you're getting close to 5.1K.
Yes, we hit 5,000 on Christmas Day. And
Nice,
now we're...
nice present.
Yeah, it was a nice present. Thanks, you guys. And we're shooting for 5,001K. Good night. Sorry, the phone kept beeping while we were doing our Q&A. But my daughter took home some of those frozen donuts I had in the freezer, the frozen donut dough. I'll post right here on how to do that. And she was posting a picture. She said they turned out great. She decorated them. She wanted to know how to make the frosting. And so she was pretty excited about that. And Papa O was trying really hard not to smile because he had already taken his teeth out. And I said, no, we still got to do our Q&A. So he says, but my teeth, I don't want to put my teeth back in because you have to put that Fix-A-Dent stuff back on it. And so he didn't want to do that. So he was trying really hard not to smile. So he was a little on the serious side. So whoopsie.